everybody. Welcome to my channel, and thank you for joining. Now, before I start today's episode, I've just released this Matt Flynn video out. When you watch this, it would have been yesterday, but it actually came out today. Just coming down. Now, I would highly recommend you watch this Matt Flynn video before you watch the video that you're about to watch right now, because after seeing Matt Flynn in that flex position, where our job now is to find a player that can fit in that flex position, who can do a better job. Okay, so we're gonna start off first with Tom the Koning, and now we had a request to review Tom the Koning, and it came up in our Darcy Parish video. Let me just skip the commercials, and we had a young man here. And he says, that's from Luke Donlon. Okay, Luke Donlon, 3322. Okay, like a secret agent. Okay, Luke Donlon, 3322. Now, he says, Tom the Koning review, please, abs. He says, splash the cash, just coming down. Now, as you can see here, Tom the Koning, we've priced him at 547. Well, he is priced at 547k. The question is he suitable in this flex position? Because for me, the flex position is the most important position on my ground. Now, everyone, well, including myself, didn't know what to do with this flex position at the start, but I've sort of got an idea of what I want to do with it. Now, it doesn't mean that what I want to do is going to be the right way or the wrong way, okay? But it's going to be my way. So this is how I'm approaching it. I want to have three of the best ruckmen with a bit of value going around. Now, I'm not sure if Sherry offers that value, but I think Darcy and the Koning will offer that value. So I want this player here in his flex position when he plays against a weaker opponent to go 150 plus, minimum 140. Okay, so that's his job. So at the end of the day, I want either Sherry, Darcy, or the Koning. So one of these three will have a weaker opponent. Now, before we used to have two ruckmen. By having the extra one, you have a 30% chance of having another player with an easy opponent. So that's why we've gone the third ruckman. So we want to have three ruckmen. One of them is going to have an easy opponent, hopefully, and going to go nuts on that VC spot. Now, what's the Koning priced at? Let's have a look. And is he suitable for this position? Now, the Koning is priced at 101. Okay, that's his average from last year. He played 17 games. Now, the scores that you can see at the start of the year, 64, 118, 96, 100, none of these scores are vice-captain material. None of them. Okay, they're all poo-poo scores. Now, however, coming into round 11, the scores changed. You had a 131, a 140, a 146, a 176. Then it dropped again, back to 128, 95, 77. So is the Koning, well, 128 is good enough, but the 95 and 77 is not good enough, especially in that spot. So is Tom the Koning the man that we're looking for? Okay, now let's see what happened with these scores. Now we go to DFS Australia. We type in, or we click on AFL. Okay, then these little things will here pop up. Then we look for ruck contests. Okay, we get a ruck contest. Click on that. Then we click on Carlton. Okay, then we let the magic happen. Okay, let's have a look now. Who was the number one ruckman last year? Now, take notes. All right. Mark Pittinet is the one we're after. Okay, now Mark Pittinet didn't play round 0, 1, 3, 4. Played in round 5. When Mark Pittinet played, the Koning's ruck duties dropped. When they played together, it was more Pittinet than it was the Koning. Okay, so now that's a problem. Then, once Pittinet didn't play anymore, we had some more scores from the Koning, and then it changed again. So pretty much, when Pittinet plays, De Koning's scores his time as a ruckman deteriorates. So Pittinet is a problem. However, I've spoken to, I put out a little tweet a while ago, okay? I can't find that tweet, okay? But I put up a tweet, it was about a month ago, asking about De Koning and to all the Carlton supporters, because, if anybody knows, it's the Carlton supporters that understand about their team, right? So they promised me, all of them, there was not one person, and they all said that Pittinet will not play next year. It'll be De Koning as a number one ruckman. Unless he gets injured, then Pittinet will come into the team. Now, I don't know if that's wishful thinking or if that's fact. We don't know, because there's one thing that worries me, and that's round 25 here in the finals. You can see Pittinet played. However, De Koning came back from injury, so maybe that's why Pittinet played. So they wanted to ease De Koning in. So we're going to find out, is Pittinet part of this team? Because you can see here between round 6 and 10, Pittinet still played. Now, I don't know if he got injured or not in round 11. So we want to find out, did Pittinet get injured? Is that why he got dropped, or did he just get dropped? Okay, we're going to find out now. We're going to give you all the answers. Just come down. Now, where is it here? I've gone to the Carlton injury list, and it says here there are updates on 10 Blues leading into round 10. And that's the time when Mark Pittinet had a finger injury. So he was a test to play. Now, when I go into... the ads are there. Now, when I go to Carlton, I look at Pittinet in 2024, played a bit of VFL. Okay, then after he played one game in the VFL, which for them it's VFL round 2, but they're probably AFL round 4. Okay, he played straight away one game in the VFL and straight into the AFL. Okay, that's a problem. As you can see here, Pittinet played VFL in this round. Okay, and then went straight to the AFL. Okay. And he continued in AFL until round 10 against Sydney. What happened in round 11? All right, let's have a look now. Let's go back over here. All right, Pittinet played against Sydney. Where's Sydney? Okay, Sydney, round 2024. Okay, let me find it. Sydney, okay. And then went to the VFL, but the VFL says round 13, okay, which is equivalent to AFL's round 15. So he got injured again. He didn't play. So he was out. It wasn't dropped. He was out of injured. Came back, then back to the AFL. Okay, then back to the VFL, back to the AFL, back to the VFL, back to the AFL. Every second week, just coming down. Now that worries me. Okay, now is he? Because if it's every second week, what are we gonna do with Pitt? Our boy? Is he gonna play every second week as a second string ruckman? Now let's have a look when Pittinet didn't play. How De Koning played in the ruck. Okay, now round 0 played against the Lions. Now the Lions ruckman there, the Big O, is a tough customer. Okay, now hard to score against. So we're gonna see what he did in round 0, 1, 3, and 4. Now round 1. Against the Nank, they seem to be scoring okay against the Nank, most of the ruckmen. A tougher opponent in round 3, okay, but in round 3 maybe he wasn't on fire yet, Sherry, okay, so round 3 tougher, and then round 4, we don't know if it was Jackson or if it was Shrek, because Shrek was injured most of the year. So let's see how he went. Round 0, 1, 3, and 4, okay, what did he do? And the following week against Adelaide, I want to see what he did when we played half the time in ruckman. All right, let's have a look now. Let's go over here. Round 0 against Brisbane, scored 64. Against Richmond, scored a 118. Okay. Then he scored a 96 and a 100 back-to-back. Then he played as a backup ruckman, okay, part-time ruckman, scored a 67. Now, this worries me, okay, because if Pittinet comes any time, his price is going to drop. He's not going to score the points. When Pittinet doesn't play, then he's going to go okay. But then again, these scores aren't really sensational, okay? 64, 118, 90. We're going to go for the average as well. All right, let's continue. Now, round 11, 12, 13, and 15. All right, 15 and 17. All right, so just remember all this, okay? Now, 11, 12, 13, 15, 17. 11, 12, 13, 15, 17. 11, 131. 12, 140. 13, 146. 15, 176. 17, 128. Okay, these are big scores. Okay, now, this is why we want him. Now, who are the opponents? This is massive. Okay, the opponent is important because then we know if he scores well against weaker and stronger opponents. That's why we want to look at the opponent. The Koning, in round 11, played Gold Coast, scored a 131, and that's really good. Okay, now, in round 12, played Port Adelaide, scored a 140. Okay, very happy. It says he even got injured. Okay, so he only had 74% time on ground, but he had a lot of time on ground, so he couldn't have been too injured. Okay, now, in round 13, played Essendon. That's a weak opponent. So these two are weak opponents. Actually, the three of them are weak opponents, and he destroyed them. 146, 176. GWS, stronger opponent, okay, because but still scored a 128. Okay, I'm very happy with these scores. So he's decent, even against strong opponents. A 128 and a 130. Because I mean, against Gold Coast, he's very hard to score against. He scored a 131, so this is impressive. Now, someone told me that if you click on each round that he's played as a solo ruck, or if you click on, for example, if I click on these, right, it gives me all the, actually it does, it gives me the average, okay, I didn't know this, okay, just found out, you can see here the average, so I'm clicking on these, and that's games that he's played on his own. Okay, let's have a look, how many, let's count them all now, let's find them when he was playing as a solo ruck. Actually, where are they? Okay, solo, I think I open another window. Alright, so we need round 0, 1, 3, and 4. Let's get back over here. Okay, round 0, 1, 3, and 4. Okay, now the average is 122. Alright, what else do we need? Let's go back over here. We need round 11, 12, 13, and 15. We've done that. We need round 17 and 18. Okay, now round 17. Where's round 17? We've already done that. And 18. He's averaging 120. Alright, as a solo ruck. That is sensational, okay, because an average of 120, calculator, okay, get the calculator out, where's calculator, okay, over here, average of, let's just say 119, times, we're given the magic number to be at 5.4 now, because we're not sure about what it is, okay, equals, his street value is 642k, okay, but you could get him in the black market, okay? At the black market, you can get him for, okay, 547k. So you're saving 100k if you buy him from the markets. Okay, just come on down. Now let's take all these out. Let's get rid of all this, okay? And let's do the opposite now. And what happened? Something happened. Okay, get back. Okay, over here. All right. Now, when he was... when Pitina in the team. So it's round 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright? Back over here. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, let's have a look. What else? We got 18. And that's it. Okay, and 18. Plus 5. Okay, 18 plus 5. 5. Get back. 5 and 18. Alright, with Pitina in the team, he's averaging 78, and there's a big difference. Okay, now, it's either a 78 or a 119, alright? Comes with a huge risk, because is Pitina going to play? That's a problem. Okay, let's go to the final verdict. Now, this final verdict is dependent on only one thing, okay, and that's with no Pitinet, okay, no Pitinet. Now, if there's Pitinet, it's a pass, okay. If Pitinet plays, forget it, no interest, okay, because an average of 78, he's actually valued at unders, okay. You can get him picking for peanuts, but when there's no Pitinet, okay, the value, there is value, okay. points, we're looking at 120 average. Okay, we've seen it. We calculated it. It was a 120 average. Cash. Well, you're not going to make cash, but you're saving. You're saving 100k. Okay, on him. Massive value. Now, keeper. Massive. Yes. Okay. Decision. If no pit in it, yes. Must have. If no pit in it, the biggest must have there is. Okay, huge must have. I mean, a 120 averaging player at 550. How much was he? I can't believe this. Okay, you can't get this in the markets. Okay, 547k for a 120 averaging player. Now, Gorn, average 124. He's 670. Okay, just work it out. I mean, Sherry, average 120. It's similar, 119, 645k. You're saving 100k. So, value-wise and must-have-wise, yes. Okay, so the notes, it's just Pitanet. Okay, Pitanet. Pitanet, we don't want him. Okay, we don't want to see Pitanet in the team. It's as simple as that. No Pitanet and a massive yes. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for joining, and remember one thing: it's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Ciao for now.
That's all, folks.